Keto diet, no carb diet, intermittent fasting, raw vegetable diet. Well, the list is endless and let's admit, very confusing. But there is another diet that finds its origins in our genetics, and that is the DNA diet. Well, it's been garnering of late a lot of attention, so we decided to put the focus on it and decode it. Now, DNA diets, also known as genetic-based diets or nutrigenomics diets, are personalized nutrition plans which are based on an individual's genetic makeup. The core idea is that your genes can influence how your body processes nutrients, responding to specific foods, and manages factors like weight, cholesterol, and blood sugar. Now, instead of using a one-size-fits-all approach, a DNA diet is exactly the opposite. It aims to provide customized dietary recommendations that align with your unique biology. Personalized nutrition plan based on your genetic profile. You receive a tailored dietary guide. For example, someone with a gene linked to a low caffeine metabolism may be advised to avoid coffee in the afternoon. A person with reduced ability to process saturated fat might be guided to eat more polyunsaturated fats instead. Well, DNA diets are based on a growing field called nutrigenomics, which studies the interaction between genes and nutrition, as the word nutrigenomics suggests. While research is ongoing, some gene-diet relationships are better understood than others. DNA diets may offer helpful guidance, but they should be used alongside general health advice and not really as a sole solution. Founder and chairperson of Viroot, Sajeev Nair, is now joining us. He's somebody who's been working into biohacking. He's looking into biohacking for years together now. Thank you so much for your time. Talk to us a little about the science of nutrigenomics. What does it really mean? What does it really entail?
Nutrigenomics is a science of how food and nutrition interact with various genes. We all carry genes which are responsible for the metabolism even of fat or protein or carbohydrates. For instance, if someone is carrying a gene or gene variant which leads to impaired fat metabolism, and if that person is being put into a keto diet, chances of health challenges are very high. So, importance of nutrigenomics at this point of time, as we know about it, cannot be ignored.
How do these biohacking diets really work? Explain to us what is the methodology in that sense?
Biohacking is primarily hacking your own biology or taking charge of your own physiology and psychology. Now, nutrigenomics actually helps in biohacking, primarily because once you understand the kind of gene variants you are carrying, you would be able to prepare a highly personalized, or I would rather say hyper-personalized diet plan, nutrition plan. You would exactly know what kind of food will work for you, what kind of food will not work for you or will work against you. As we have been doing lots of genetic testing and nutrigenome testing, we come across many cases where we see that for some people, even the so-called healthy vegetables like broccoli can actually give negative results.
Sajeev Nair, nutrigenomics and epigenetic diets are evolving sciences really. A lot more research is needed. Should one not then be wary?
Yes, nutrigenomics and epigenetics as such is a new science which is evolving. And definitely you need the right kind of advice. So that means you need to make sure that you do the proper kind of testing, and also you get the right kind of advice from people who can actually interpret this data. Now, even AI can interpret, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you're getting the proper interpretation, especially when it comes to epigenetic lifestyle modifications. Once you get a proper expert advice and once you start doing the right things, I think there is nothing to worry about. There is nothing to be concerned about, because this is going to be the future of health and wellness.
All right, I'm going to thank you for joining in, Sajeev Nair, with a very interesting perspective on the new DNA diets really and what do they mean. Of course, a lot of this is still in the realm of research, and there will be exciting new information and data evolving over a period of time over DNA diets. Joining us right now is Dr. Aparna Bhanushali, Director, Medical Genetics at Haystack Analytics. Thank you so much for your time. I want to begin by asking you about DNA diets, biohacking diets, which are considered more tailor-made for a person, but how does it actually really work?
Design a diet, a plan in such a way so that it addresses the specific metrics. If there are any nutritional deficiencies that arise, it can result in several insufficiencies or several dysfunction, both at the cellular and the functional aspect. So biohacking takes into account all of these factors and develops a personalized plan. So in that context, they are very, very important.
Dr. Aparna, why should one not consider this just another fad diet? There are so many, and there is another one, isn't it?
Fad diets are very unidimensional in that they take just they will just give a one size fits all kind of an approach to every individual. You know that there are many such diets like the Atkins diet, or you have the keto diet, you have the paleo diet, you have the Mediterranean diet. All of these are rooted in the ethos of most of them try to address the weight loss, but they do not take into consideration the varied aspects which are an integral part of biohacking diet.
I want to thank you, Dr. Bhanushali, for your time here on India Today.